Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everyone's been doing well lately. Forgive me today for some of the difficulties in this. I was intending to start this earlier in the day, but some things came up, unfortunately. Rather abruptly before it was about to start. But it's been dealt with now, and the good news is I still have a chance to play this today, which I was hoping to do. So, this is Elden Ring, the second run. And there are mainly two things which prompted this. One is, as I was saying when I was playing this in the first place, I was greatly looking forward to doing another run of Elden Ring, just for the fact that it was such a fun game, and there are so many different options and things you can do to play this game, gameplay styles, the starting classes you pick, which, granted, if you play the game long enough, you do get to level up your character and pretty much branch off to any direction you want to, so you could kind of start in one direction and then go in a completely different one later on. But I thought it'd be cool to start this game from scratch, just because it means you could do the beginning bosses again and actually be able to try them with a different style. Hello, Fantron, JPedal, and Value Your Inputs. Hope you're all doing well today. Good to see you guys. I hope you guys have been doing well. And the second reason, which is also why I'm kind of being a bit slow here and checking on things, is recently OBS updated, or actually they haven't really updated it yet, but if you build OBS from scratch, from source, they actually are adding in HDR as a streaming method, which for those who may not be familiar with that, it's high dynamic range, which a lot of TVs have nowadays. Not a lot of computer monitors have them. Well, I guess a fair amount do, but unless you've been upgrading in like the last couple of years, you probably don't have one. But I do have one. And I was playing Elden Ring by myself in between when I finished the last stream I did of this game and now, and I've been playing that on my TV, which has 4K and HDR. And the game just looks absolutely outstanding with high dynamic range. Everything just looks a little bit more vibrant, a little bit more colorful. And even in the darker scenes, it's a little bit more accurately dark rather than just kind of the jumbled mess of darkness which you get sometimes. So I figured I would try that out as kind of an experimentation. I don't really know if it's going to have any issues because this is in a, it's not in the released version of OBS. Like I said, I had to get it from the GitHub, we pretty much built it from scratch. So we'll see how this works. I guess it's kind of like an experimental feature, but I tried it a little bit and it seems to work fine. Also, are you guys all hearing me, by the way? I'm just going to make sure that it actually is coming through, because I don't really know if this is going to have any issues or not. It'd probably be a good idea to figure out before we go too deep into this if there is some kind of problem that is stopping you all from actually receiving the input. It might be a slight problem. Of course, I do have to wait a bit because I do probably have an even longer delay now. I mentioned this last time that 4K pretty much has the, I think I said about like a 45-second wait, almost a minute. That'd be even worse. Yeah, 45 second to about a minute. So I don't know how this will be. Ideally, it wouldn't add anything. Okay. Yeah, it seems about the same amount of length I had said. At least from just kind of guesstimating it, I'd say. So thank you for that, JPedal. Alright, so I guess the next thing to do is to actually start the game up and see if everything works correctly. Let's keep our fingers crossed for this. So if you do have an HDR monitor, it might show up a little bit differently for you. I think it should look about the same if you do have a regular monitor. I was kind of just testing it out a little bit by myself, and it seems like the colors are mostly what you would get if you just had a standard definition screen you were looking at. So, new game. Like I said, we're going to start a character anew. And I was giving it a little bit of thought. I think I mentioned it when I was leaving off the last playthrough, that it'd be a magic build. So there are two main magic builds I could tell from this. There's the Astrologer. Well, actually, maybe there's three. Yeah, Astrologer, Prophet, and the Confessor, it looks like. I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything else. Yeah, so I believe that's it. I tried a little bit of doing the astrologer. That seemed pretty good. I haven't tried the other two yet, though. Does it give me any kind of backstory about these characters, I wonder? No, not really. I was worried if that was a thing that I actually had in the game as well. I want something that's more of a magic build. I think astrologer is the most magic based off of these. Because this one still has pretty decent strength. And the confessor, actually it's kind of more like a witch hunter or a battle mage, that type of build looks like. Which probably would be fun too. And I'm not making any promises it's going to be like a pure magic build. We probably will have to use our sword at some point. Looks like it does come with a sword. But we're just not going to be that effective at it. So I think we'll go with this. Like I said, I kind of practice a little bit with it. Which one do I want to choose the least? Oh, that's how you want it to go, J-Pedal? I don't know. We kind of already did the one that we wanted the least. The first time around, we did it by random number generator, and we got the Wretch, which was like the least skilled one. Basically start off at level 1 instead of with the additional points. So for this one, I want to go with something that's a bit different from what it ended up being, which was a mostly a combat build. Mostly revolving around strength, although we did get into, I think we did kind of diverge into more of a faith build towards the end. Because that was apparently very useful for the, what was it we were using? The Golden Halberd, I think it was. Yeah, it was kind of a blood build. It was, I mean, to be honest, I didn't know what I was doing. Because, as I mentioned, I was completely new to the game. And I didn't know the different kinds of ways that your stats would affect different weapon types and the attribute types, which even towards the end of it I didn't know. Now that it's been a month or so since I played that, I have learned quite a bit about how it works. So I'm I don't want to get ahead of myself by saying I'm knowledgeable about it, but I'm more knowledgeable than I was before about it anyway. So I figured magic would be the best way of kind of doing something very different from anything we did last time around, because like I said, it kind of was initially strength-based, then we learned that faith was a bit more important. Afterwards, we kind of did go to a blood build, because that ended up being more useful for the shield that I was using. So I was using the shield a lot too. And we found out that you could use that one sword to, I think it was the thrusting sword. I can't remember the name of the sword itself, but we used one of the thrusting swords. And that was really useful because it had bleed damage, and then we found even another thrusting sword, which I think had frost as well. Kind of like going back and forth between them during the Melina fight, or however you pronounce her name, which I've already forgotten. So I'm going to stick with astrologer for now. Now, one of the things I did ahead of time, since I learned that you could do this, is you could create a character ahead of time and just load it up. So I made this funny looking character. I figured to go with the blonde type character this time instead. And it's a bit more mature than her other character. At least a young voice. Let me change it to mature voice. There we go. That way it matches up. Okay. Now that you can really see what it looks like. So you just have the damn hood on. But maybe I'll take it off after all. I'll just give a little look at what he looks like when we're in the actual game. Alright, name for him. Let's see. I have to think of a good name. I'm never good at coming up with names on the fly. I think that's what I did last time. Let's see. Wow, that was a mess of a name. Griff. There we go. He'll be Griff the Sorcerer. That seems good enough anyway. Oh, is there anything else we want to get? That's right, a keepsake. So keepsakes, we now have an idea of what they do. So basically it's kind of an item or an equipment that you get later in the game, except you get it in the beginning. So now that I've played the game, this all makes a lot more sense. This is an amulet you actually get later on our talisman technically, which, you know, it's decent, but you're going to be able to find it in the game itself, and you're going to find better ones later on anyway, so it's kind of useless, in my opinion. Actually, well, this is used for experience, but let me finish looking through these first. Actually, Golden Seed would be more useful. I was gonna say the experience might be the most useful thing, but maybe the Golden Seed would be better. So this is a summon. Oh, and I'm thinking, since we already did the game without mainly using summons the whole time, I'm probably gonna start using them in this playthrough. Especially since it's a magic build anyway. I feel like we might have to eventually. I'm sure there are ways of doing it without summons, but since it's a magic-based character, it makes sense that he would use summons, I think. The pots we never used at all, and probably not gonna use it with this character either. The keys are actually useful, that might be a good thing to get. This is used for brainwashing enemies to turn them to your side. Apparently that's a good thing to use against that Godskin duo that you fight towards the end of the game. Oh, and I guess I should say, in case anyone's happening to find this ahead of time, this is a second run that I'm doing, so don't expect this to be a blind playthrough, obviously. And there will be spoilers mentioned, because I'm sure I'll probably talk about some of the things we encountered last time around, and talking about the lore and all the things we kind of got clues about last time, but I didn't really fully understand, because now I've kind of read about the story, read about the lore, and I understand a lot more of it now. And I might start commenting on that as we play through it, and things kind of strike my interest. I'll probably comment on them. So if you do want a blind playthrough, I did do this before, or you could watch anyone else's, I'm sure. Okay, I think I'll just stick with the Golden Seed, because that'll be useful for having another healing flask or a magic flask, which will probably be more important this time around. We barely used them last time at all. I think we used them more by mistake than anything. Yeah, that stuff should all be fine. I'm not gonna double check it. Let's get into the game. I'll still watch the cutscene just in case. Again, the story might make more sense to me, so I may as well pay attention.
The fallen leaves tell a story. The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home, across the fog, the lands between.
I'm trying to think, who's this singing this intro? Is this Gideon?
Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found.
No, I don't think so. He has a bit of a different accent, I believe.
And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish. Soon,
Now we kind of know the significance of them showing Ronnie after that.
Demigods all claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad taint.
And that is supposed to be
of their
Miquella, I guess,
newfound
being
strength
taken away by Mohg.
triggered the shattering.
And there's Rykar with the serpent. Okay, this makes a whole lot more sense now. I mean, when you're looking at this at the beginning, you have no idea what any of this really means.
From which no lord arose.
And this is the great battle between Melina and
A war
Radahn,
leading to abandonment
who still looks pretty inhuman even then.
by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all. Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands,
And we find out who that is later on.
the ever-brilliant Gold Mask.
We never really did his quest the last
Fear,
time.
the deathbed
Or hers,
companion,
for that matter.
the loathsome dungeon,
Actually, pretty much any of these.
and Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing.
Yeah, most likely that'll be the case, Fantron. Doing a different ending, I think that'd make the most sense. Of course, deciding which one will be
And one
will be more complicated.
whom grace would again bless.
Yeah, and this will, of course, be us. Hey, now we actually have clothes on.
Of no renown.
I am curious. I wonder, is this narrator supposed to be anyone in particular that we meet later on? Or is it just an unknown narrator? Which is fine, I guess.
Between. To stand before the Elden Ring.
It's really cool seeing that intro again, now
And
actually
become
knowing
the Elden Lord.
who everyone is in the game. Because you see those little scenes played out, and you can actually relate to them a little bit more. You have context for what's going on. Alright. So yeah, we start off with the Glintstone Pebble and a different spell called Arc. Glintstone Arc, which, in honesty, when I was sussing this out, the Pebble seemed a lot more useful. But who knows? I think Arc is useful for when you have, looks like a bunch of enemies nearby. So you can hit a bunch of them in a row. Alright, we'll get this again. Okay. So how you guys have all been doing lately? Hopefully you all have been doing well. It's been a while since I played anything on YouTube. I've been kind of taking a break from things and enjoying the nice weather we had here. It's kind of getting to the point now, at least today in particular, where things are a little bit too hot. So it's not very pleasant to go outside, and the last week or so my allergies have been acting up. So I kind of figured it's about time to get back to maybe doing a few more streams every now and then. Kind of bring things up since... You know what? I don't think we ever came here again. You know when we did this the first time around and we came back here after we found that one sending gate? I don't think we went up that way. I think we looked in everything else, but we forgot to go back up there. Oh well. Well, maybe we'll do it this time around. Alright, so we all know what's about to happen this time. Of course, even with that knowledge, I don't think we're going to be able to beat him this time around either, because the magic is going to be limited. We don't have any recovery items. So we're probably just going to run out of magic and get slaughtered if I have any idea of what our damage will actually be, which I did this out once before and we did do the same thing. I'm kind of just playing stupid, like I don't know we're about to get killed here. Even though I just did this the other day. Yeah, and we could kind of wait till we get through his shield. Because obviously there's more damage like that. Oh. And therefore not paying attention, I get hit. Yeah, let's let ourselves get a little hit there. Yeah, that's right, Fantron. So each of the characters that you meet in the game that was depicted in that cutscene, which you had Dung Eater, Gold Mask, Thea, Gideon, well, he's kind of the main quest. They all have their own kind of ending associated with them. Of course, Ranni as well. Though she doesn't really get mentioned by name, does she? They only show her off. She's not really, she's not really one of the others, though. I guess she's a demigod. But they call her something else too, was it Empyrean? It's like an even specialer demigod, if I'm understanding it correctly, which... even though I know a bit more than I did when I first started out, I'm not going to claim to be an expert in it.
Don't
And of course it's funny now playing knowing that everyone's related.
Fortune is on his side. We found him here, after all.
It took me a while to figure that out the last time around. What I'm confused about is Melina, exactly. Because who is she the child of? Like, obviously it's Marika, but Marika with who?
Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
Because I don't know if we ever found out who she was the daughter of, other than presumably Marika and one of the others that she was with. So Radagon or Horalu, whatever his other name was, or I forget it. Oh, Godfrey, that's right. What's weird is all the names kind of follow from the father. Well, I guess the mother's well, because you have, let's see. Starting with Marika with Godfrey, there'd be Godwin. Godric? I'm not sure how he's related exactly. I think he's supposed to be like a grandson or some great-grandson. So I'm not sure exactly how that follows. Who are the other G's? Godwin's the one that sticks out. I'm not sure who else necessarily comes from Godfrey. You have to kind of like double guess myself. But then with Radagon and Renala, there is... Well, I could kind of do this and think at the same time, hopefully. So let's just go down here and do this. So there's Radon, Rykard, Ronnie, of course. I think that's the three with her. Then when it's Marika and Radagon together, that's when they have... Presumably that's when Moog and Morgott come about, I'm assuming. Though I could be completely wrong on that. And then also Michaela and Melina, or Melania. Which one is it? I already forget. Oh, that's right. I have to fight these guys. So I could use the magic. Well, I might as well use the magic. Quite effective. So you have to do that fight with the, the so-called boss, who's not really a boss. Maybe I'll see the magic for that scene. It's kind of telling me a little bit about how the magic works, but I kind of already understand it from the first playthrough, so I'm not really reading the tutorial. Yeah, we know how that works. And of course, I'm sure I'm forgetting other things as well with the so-called children. But bottom of the line, between all those kids that I try to remember, with Melina, I'm not sure exactly how she fits in exactly. If it would be with Marika and Radagon, which I guess would make the most sense. I wonder if she's supposed to be pregnant with her when she went into the Erdtree to shatter the ring. Because I think she mentions later on how she got trapped in the Erdtree with her. Like, her actual body's supposed to be trapped in there. Let's see. We actually do have a shield. We could circle around if we might just be able to backstab him. Let's see. There we go. Oh, and I have heard about that bad ending, Fantron. The one that you're referring to. I'm assuming that's the Lord of Flame ending. We are probably going to go for doing that this time around, because I've now learned a bit about it where you can go ahead and get that thing, and then if you do all this stuff in the game, there's a way to cancel out as well. But then again, maybe we'll try to get that ending since it's kind of one of the more dramatic endings of the game from what I've seen. Yeah, something that adds more detail about Michaela and Godwin. I would assume that'd have to be something they do eventually. Because with how much Michaela is talked about already, I'd assume he's probably more likely than Godwin. Though Godwin would be interesting to see too. I think there's more stuff that you learn about him if we actually do the whole stuff with the Thea questline. And I'm not sure if the other characters tie into it as well. Like the stuff with D and Sorcerer Rajir. So I think they're somehow kind of related to all that as well. Alright. So we can still get by pretty decently with the sword if we have to in a pinch. This is an automatic stance break, I guess. Is that what they want us to do it here? Yeah. That's what I do because it's so cool. I guess I should also ask you guys now, since we've been playing this for a while, though it's probably hard to tell in the darkness. How does the video quality look? Is it all good as it was last time around? Yeah, look at this. This absolutely wrecks this guy. He's basically a standard soldier. Such a funny boss fight. What an amazing enemy that we felled. And if anyone of you is actually watching this on HDR, let me know how this looks. I'm not sure if it's going to be anyone on the stream, or maybe someone that watches this on the archive after the fact. But I would be curious to hear what other people's experiences are with it. I know I'm going to be watching back myself anyway, but you know, it's good to get other people's opinion as well. I almost forgot to do this. Well, I guess I already forgot once before. But since I got that golden seed, I could add that now. And let me change this up, since primarily we're probably going to be needing the magic more than anything. I at least hope that we can manage to get hit a little bit less, since we're more of a ranged character this time around. It would make sense anyway. But who am I kidding? We'll probably die just as much as we did last time. It's a whole new set of challenges for us. Alright, let's get out there. Alright, so far to me this is looking pretty good. Let me just double check this. Yeah, one of the things I did is I kind of cranked up the brightness a little bit, because I know that YouTube still has that issue where dark scenes really start to look a little bit, what's the word for it? Pixelated. Kind of get the macro blocking, I believe. Where those technical terms are. The #1 best in Hearts boss of all time? Oh, of course. I should have shown him more respect. I do apologize for that. You know, something I'm curious about. If we rush here, does any option pop up? No. Okay, well, that would make sense, I guess. We haven't really met Melina yet. I think you have to go the other one to meet her. So, another thing I found out about...
Tarnished, are we? Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring? Hmm? Of course you have. No shame.
Especially because we...
Unfortunately for you,
eventually learn this later on in the first playthrough.
Maidenless.
He's a
Without
disciple of Moog,
guidance,
apparently.
Without the strength of runes, and
I guess all these people are considered... I forget the name they use, but there's a name for them, like Recusant or something.
It seems.
There are two different ones. There's like Recusants and Bloody Fingers. I can't remember which one's which. He might be the Bloody Finger, actually. Because he's kind of got blood on his hands right now, so I guess it makes sense if he's the Bloody Finger.
Luckily for you, however,
yeah, his finger's
there
all
is
bloody.
one
Yeah, I'm gonna assume he's the
shining
Bloody Finger.
ray of hope for even the maidenless. Me, Vare. Take care to listen. Are you familiar with grace? The golden light that gives life to you tarnished. You may also behold its golden rays, pointing in a particular direction at times. That is the guidance of grace, a path that a tarnished must travel. Indeed. Grace's guidance holds the answers. It will lead you, Tarnished, to the path you are meant to follow, even if it leads you to your grave.
So ominous.
Grace's guidance will reveal the path forward, most certainly. To Castle Stormvale, over on the cliff, the home of the decrepit demigod, Godric the Grafted. It's
Is that
time
it?
you set off,
Yeah.
I should think.
So like I kind of
Castle
mentioned a little bit before,
Stormvale
I'm going to try
on
to
the
replay
cliff,
these scenes out in their
where
entirety,
Grace would guide
just in
you.
case there's little things I missed
If
out on that
you
make more
seek
sense to me
the
now.
Elden Ring, maidenless as you are.
Okay, let's continue on. One of the things I was just trying to do is trying to look up real quick to see if I could see how the video looked on my phone on YouTube. But it won't load for me, so hopefully it's working fine on your guys' end. It might be just difficult for me actually streaming. Oh, that's right, I can use my horse right now. You haven't gotten him yet. It might be difficult for me to actually stream and watch the video at the same time with the upload bitrate, I suppose. Possibly. Though this make me a bit worried because I can't actually check it and make sure everything's working correctly in real time. Let's just get this first.
You're a Tarnished. I can see it. And I can also see that you're not after my throat. Then why not purchase a little something? I am Kale, purveyor of fine goods.
Alright, Kale.
I am of a nomadic people, selling wares as I travel. The land has been tainted by madness since the shattering of the Elden Ring. It's only
So the funny thing about him,
like yourself.
it seems like he's in some way
Keep
related
things
to
from
the
drying up entirely.
Three Fingers, but I don't know
Let's say
exactly
you're
how
a
it works
very
out.
welcome customer.
I watched a little bit of a video on this. I don't think there's any like conclusive evidence to say exactly how it works, but yeah, you can kind of tell from his eyes, they kind of that orange tint that the people with madness have. But he himself doesn't seem very mad, so it's a bit confusing.
You know, you should buy us a crafting kit. Essentially,
just tells us to
the
get a
kit
crafting kit
costs
here.
a bundle, but the import.
Can we afford it? Oh, we do know if they get eventually anyway, so I may as well do it now.
I'm glad you took my warning to heart. You've made an excellent choice.
I'm just double checking to make sure the video is working so we get it working on YouTube. I don't like not knowing if it's working or not. Okay, yeah. We'll find some around. Just had to restart the app on my phone. Okay. I apologize for the distractions. Are you leaving, Fantron? Okay, well, you take care now. Thanks for coming by. I do appreciate it. Let's see what happens if I rest here. Nope, still don't get a visit. Well, didn't quite expect it. So I think it's mostly meant to trigger if you go to the one that's kind of right around here. But I also read something that said that Melina's first visit also triggers if you visit a certain number of the sites of grace first. Which, how many that actually is, I have no idea. Also, it's kind of silly that you wouldn't just go there in the first place. But the reason I was kind of curious about this, because I watched someone else stream in this game, and they had gotten her to pop up over there. And I didn't know exactly why that was, but I think it's because they visited other areas before going to the, that gate that goes up to Stormvale Castle. Wherever that little camp is. But we'll just go back over that way because it's easier to get her over there and make sure that you get the first. Torrent makes everything a lot less tedious to get back and forth. Alright. We'll save our magic, I guess, for now. Actually, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. There we go. And we have a couple of these flasks already. 3. We'll give him more later on here. I wonder if I should stop in here and just do this first. So this should be fairly easy. I know we didn't do a lot of this stuff right away last time because it seemed more intimidating to me as a beginner. But I feel like this time around should be pretty standard fare. There's a couple wolves and assuming the boss isn't that hard. We'll find out. Okay. Yep, this is a tougher wolf. Stop running around. Oh boy. Great. Okay. Whoop. Oh, there's another one down there. Well, that problem's easily dealt with. I do need to get the torch though, because this is pretty dark in here. It's even darker further ahead. Well, this is the boss. I might as well do the boss first, because I can't even see in here. Well, 900 souls, whatever. We know we get plenty of chance to get them later on. Whoa. Get out of there. Hey, what's up? JP, how's it going? Good to see you, man. Missed him. Well, that's okay. We're doing a ton of damage this way. Yeah, not sure about a speed run, but we'll see. Well, magic certainly makes this game a lot easier than it was the first time around. That was no problem at all. Was he teabagging the enemy? What was he doing just there? But yeah, how have things been with you, JP? Good to see you. Yeah, I decided to do a second run this game. Actually, you know what? Let me go back out this way and try to do the rest of this cave. Since we actually are in pretty decent shape, we didn't even have to use healing at all. To get a torch. I should probably go for the lantern first, because I do remember where that is. That's on the southernmost area of the map. I've been doing well, trying to keep busy myself. Since the weather had been nice here for a while, I was just kind of enjoying that rather than doing any kind of streaming or that kind of activity. And lately, this last week or so, I've been hit with the terrible allergy season here that we get. So I figured now I could take it easy a bit and just kind of stay inside and play some games instead. Also, it's finally gotten to the point where it's gotten a little bit too hot here. To the point where it's not really comfortable. So, you know, it's a season for kind of sticking inside with the AC, trying to survive. And in that environment, may as well play some Elden Ring, right? No, we didn't use the magic at all the second time around. We were really just kind of using, basically whatever melee weapons we had. And occasionally using the range weapons like the crossbow, just to lure enemies in. But this is going to be completely different. Because we do have a sword to go back to if we run out of magic. But I'm going to try to mostly use the magic this time around. So far, a pretty good starting spell with the class we picked. Yeah, it's gotten mostly better now in the afternoon here, or the evening really, but in the morning it was really, really bad. Thankfully now I'm not sneezing every 5 seconds, and when I sneeze it's kind of like the sneeze where you sneeze like 5 or 6 times in a row, and you can't stop it. So thankfully now it's not that much of an issue, just that my nose feels annoying as hell over here right now. Yeah, in that case, it's always to get your business done as quickly as possible. I guess we just go around this way. We could skip the whole fighting them and just get over here to get our flasks back and everything, because I didn't do that to die, no. Oh, and also, I wanted to experiment around with a game like Elden Ring again, because I've got my OBS updated to some of the test builds that they're doing. And the test builds of OBS now support HDR. Since I have that on my stuff here, I'm like, okay, may as well test that out for YouTube streaming, because I know it actually supports it and see how it turns out. So far, it looks pretty good. But I'll have to watch the video back after the fact to actually see how well it turns out.
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina.
One of the things I mentioned before, playing this game a second time, it's funny because now so much of the stuff makes a lot more sense. Now you have the context of everything and knowing what's going on, who's who, who's related to who, which in this game it's like everyone's related to everyone else.
I offer you an accord. Have you heard of the Finger Maidens? They serve the Two Fingers, offering guidance and aid to the tarnished.
I love when a ghost
But
steps
you,
inside of you.
I am afraid, are maidenless. I can play the role of maiden, turning runes into strength to aid you in your search for the Elden Ring. You need only take me with you to the foot of the Erdtree.
Alright.
When it's settled,
Yeah, I was curious to see what happens if you decline her. Apparently nothing.
to turn
You don't get the chance to
into
level up,
strength.
and apparently you have to accept her eventually. Otherwise you get to a point where you can't even progress.
Another matter. I bequeath to you this ring.
And I mean in the way it's not even relevant whether you're good at the game or not. There's literally a point in the game where there's a door that you just can't go through eventually, from my
Use
understanding.
it to traverse great distances. It will summon a spectral steed named Torrent. Torrent has chosen you. Treat
Torrent's a
him
good
with
boy, he'll make the
respect.
game much easier for you. You better respect him. Alright, do you have any chance to
Shall
level
I
up here?
turn your runes
Probably
to
should, because you
strength?
beat the boss.
Let my hand rest upon you.
Should have given us a fair
For
amount.
but a moment. Share them with me. Your thoughts,
Okay,
your ambitions, the principles you would follow.
so we got 2 level ups to put in here. So with mind, we get our FP up. Intelligence is used for learning more spells because the more complex spells require higher intelligence. Hey, Cerise, how are things going with you? Yeah, it's time for the second run, and it is officially a magic build we're doing this time. So I guess I should put a little bit into each. And I don't think any of these attributes really govern the strength of the magic. I believe the strength of your magic is actually only determined by, well, 1, the spell itself, and 2, the staff you're using to cast the spell with. At least from what I understand, which could be completely off, because, well, I am doing this for the second time. I'm still not all that knowing about the game. I'm not Gideon or whatever his name is. I might put into more magic just for now, until we get a little bit further in. Because we're not even going to be able to buy spells for a little bit anyway, so... Not much point putting into intelligence just yet. Let's sneak in and kill some of these guys. I'll save some of my magic. Don't want to go all using our magic right away, because it might eventually run out. That almost completely kills him. Ugh. That's right, these chests have something in them. But anyway, I hope you've been doing well, Cerise. I have mostly been doing well, but lately, like I was telling JP just a little while ago, allergies have been kicking my ass lately, this last week or so. Thankfully now it's decent enough. My nose is a bit stuffy, but it's a lot better than having to sneeze all the time, which I was earlier. So the medication is at least helping out a little bit. Yeah, they have a little bit of vulnerability when they get up. Let's use our magic a little bit here. Yeah, you can block it, which makes sense. There we go. Put our skills that we used from fighting in this first run to actually fight them efficiently this time, because we didn't know all the useful things you could do in fighting them. It really would be fun to eventually go back and see some of my old videos to see how bad I was at fighting these guys the first time around. Because now I know how important all the different moves are, like the jump attacks, what are the other things? Well, I guess I forgot them. Oh well. So much for all the skills I learned. But yeah, the jump attacks for one are apparently very overpowered in terms of breaking your enemy's stance and doing more damage overall. Are you gonna see me? No. Oh, you just had to hear me, huh? I can try out that other spell. Let's see. I have to line them up. Of course, they keep moving so they're not lined up. Well, can't expect them to stay still and take a hit. I guess that wouldn't make much sense. Alright, so I know that one guy's gonna be a pain in the ass, at least for us early on in the game like this. What did we just get this glowy for, by the way? See, there's still stuff about this game I don't really understand, I suppose. It looks like it's boosting our... Is that our experience level? I don't know why. Oh, this guy's coming over. Oh. No, it's too slow. Ow, jerk. Oop. There we go. There we go. Nice. Whew, okay. Well, one thing's for sure. I think this is a lot better than the first time around. Okay, cool. So you can hit them, but you just have to make sure they're kind of close together. It's got a little bit of a narrow range. Okay, that was sweet. Was that all of them? No, there's still gotta be one around, because we would have gotten the little sound effect where you defeat them all and then you get your health back, or your flask back anyway. This is the last one, I believe. Until we find proof of another last one. These guys are gonna get on my ass now. I guess so. I don't want to fight you. Stupid bat. There we go. Yeah, that's the thing I was talking about. Okay. So let's see if there's anything down here now for us. Do we only get the cerulean tears if you use magic? Referring to when you defeat an enemy group and you get your flask back? I believe what happens is it depends on what you've been using. So if you have been using the magic flasks, then you will get them back, otherwise you get the health back. And it might also depend on just like the encounter type. I think each encounter has a different kind of scripted amount that's supposed to get back to you. Or if you mean just in general, the type of tiers that you get, whether it's the cerulean or the crimson, you determine that at one of the... Oh, that's right, I have to actually put it on the... Hold on a second. There we go. You can actually determine at the site of grace how many you get of each flask type. So I'll probably show it off in a second here. I think that's everything. It's one area cleared already. Probably a lot quicker than we did this the first time around, I'm sure. Unless there's something in here, by the way. Nope. Okay, so for example, if you come over to the site of grace here, we have a couple of different options that the game gives us. If we check out the flask, you can allocate your charges. So you put them into wherever you feel like. Obviously, when I was doing this the first time around, I pretty much put them all into the healing, so we weren't using the magic at all. It may have like one in the magic. But in this case, we're pretty much going to invert it. So 3 for the cerulean and then only 2 for crimson. And we're just going to try not to get hit. As best we can anyway. Wait, was there an option to talk to Melina here? No, okay. I thought there may have been for some reason. Oh, you know what we should do? We should head back to the other campsite, because then we can get the, Sorceress will like it. We get the one item from Ronnie. I forget what it's called. The little thing used for summoning the, spirits. The summoning bell. That's what it is. It's a bell. Might as well get a little bit more health, too, because we probably will need health eventually. Otherwise, let's get a little bit more magic as well. Yep, we found the map. So she should be right here.
This way, Tarnished. May I have a word? A pleasure to meet thee, Tarnished. I am the witch Renna.
Oh, of course, Renna. I'm sorry. Who's Ronnie? I have no idea.
Steed, and upon looking into the matter, the talk I surmise.
Of course, he probably will still do Ronnie's questline,
Thou art possessed of the
even though we'll
power,
try to do a
no,
different ending this time
to
around.
call forth a spectral steed named Torrent.
Because with Ronnie's quest, there's a lot that goes along with it. You go to new areas of the game, you get new weapons. We'll actually be able to use the spells that we get from her quest as a useful spell for us to cast, because last time we couldn't cast it at all, because we didn't have the intelligence.
Ah, as I had hoped, I was entrusted this for thee, by Torrent's former master.
And who was the former master? Did we ever find that out? Is that supposed to just be Melina? But why would Melina give her that to give to us when we just saw her? I don't know. That part, I don't fully understand yet
Tis
either.
a bell for calling forth spirits. Summon them with it,
from ash and return to the Erdtree, the spirits will obey thine command but briefly. As they recall battles past, now it is thine, to do with as thou wishest.
Very kind of you.
Forgive mine intrusion, Tarnished. I doubt we shall again meet. But all the same, learn well the lands between. How long will it be, I wonder?
I have to admit something
before
embarrassing.
the Tarnished
You may
tire
as
of the
well.
basins to the
I don't know
two
how long it took me
fingers?
before I realized that she had 4 hands. I definitely didn't notice that right away. I think it was like fairly late into her quest line that I actually noticed, like, wait, what the hell? She has 4 hands. I don't think I like said it out loud at the time. It's like, oh, I probably should realize that a long time ago. I just wasn't paying enough attention, I guess. Does Melina have a... Oh, she does. Sometimes they have dialogue in these different churches. I was curious. I don't think we got it all first time around.
This tiny golden aura is the grace of the Erdtree. This light once shone in the eyes of your tarnished brethren, but now it is all that guides you. Or so I hear. You can see them, can't you? The rays of grace that guide you.
I just love the way
through
she
your
said, or so I
burden.
hear. Like, she didn't want to sound like she knew that much about it.
Upon the cliff in Castle Stormvale is a shard bearer, a demigod, who inherited a fragment of the shattered Elden Ring. If the rays of grace signal the castle, then the Elden Ring beckons you. As an ally by pact, I pray that you are fit to face the challenge presented by the ring.
Anything else?
Upon the cliff, a
Nope, that's just
demigod,
repeating.
if the rays
So one of the
of
funny things
Elden
about
Ring-
this-
As an ally, I pray that to face the challenge.
Last time we pretty much went to the castle, not right away, but fairly quick, and kind of just like kept butting our heads up against the wall with good old Margit until we finally defeated him. And then we got invited up to the round table hold by Melina, because I guess that's the point in the game where it's scripted to do that. And by doing that, it apparently advances a whole bunch of different quest lines, which are, and I say a whole bunch, there's at least one that I know of, but I'm assuming there could be more. That you could talk to Dee the Hunter somewhere out in the overworld. I believe it's around here. It's not on the map right now. And it's not really like a big scene, but it's a little thing that you miss out on. So we're going to try to do that ahead of time first by not going to the castle right away.
Wait, well, you're back.
And I want to get this while we're here.
Goodbye. Nice.
Wait, there's more to say
What
to you?
is it? There are others of my people who yet survive in these lands. If the mood takes you when you meet one, then offer them some trade, won't you? My
Yeah,
people.
of course.
Wanderers all have long been spurned by the grace of gold, which is why we cannot settle, but instead are forced into this pitiful, unceasing journey. But thanks to that, things are not so different for us now, though the Elden Ring is shattered. I think this makes us kindred spirits of sorts. Your people, the Tarnished, and mine.
So it is, I don't think they ever exactly say what he is considered.
Perhaps you don't need to hear this, but see that no harm comes to my kin.
Yeah,
We
I
have a
wonder.
saying, we wanderers. Lament not your solitude. Expect no sympathy, no regard, nothing. But
But yeah, whatever these guys are,
anyone
apparently they were
dares
hunted
harm
by
us, show them no mercy. That is our code, so to speak.
the people in power, the Golden
Just
Order,
the way
whatever it
we
may be.
are, deeply unforgiving.
Presumably because of whatever relation they have to the Three Fingers. It would make them
Goodbye
heretical
for
by
now.
extension, I suppose. It is weird, though, because they mostly seem normal, other than eventually you do go to that one area underneath the capital, and all those skeletons, and some of them aren't skeletons, some of them are actually still alive, are some of these merchant types, whatever they are. I don't know if their race has a name in this game, but I don't remember ever being defined anyway. I wonder if I should try to fight this guy right away. Oh, there's an item here we missed. Cool. May as well equip this, I suppose. Oh, and yeah, so all the screaming is from these guys up here. I just don't think they're actually animated, so I never really figured that out. Or maybe I did figure it out, I don't remember. Yeah, you're right about that, JP. If there's one weakness, it's the fact that you can skip some quest lines rather easily unintentionally. Though there's some games where you do have to have that as an aspect of the game, because it wouldn't make sense if some quest lines could be complete, so if they're integrated into the story in a certain way. So I can understand it, but I don't know. It kind of would take away from the game if you had like some big marker telling you like, oh, warning, if you do this, you'll lock yourself out of this quest line. But it does kind of make it where if you want to do everything, you pretty much either have to use a guide or, you know, beat the game multiple times to actually figure it all out. In which, for me, it's good enough to just beat the game once and then be like, okay, well now I can go and look up stuff and put everything together for myself to figure out what's the best way of doing things. What did I want to do exactly? Oh, I remember now. That's right. Get this off, first of all. Can add a summon here. Might as well do this one. It's the only one we have. Oh, the map is so tiny right now. So you have that one dungeon around this way we could do. We could try just going up here now and see if we have better luck with our magic build than we would if we did it with our first character, which I know we had to kind of level up a bit before we did that because that troll was difficult for us. I think I'll head to this cave first. Why not? I remember having those guides a lot of times, JP. Yeah, Prima. There's the Brady games, I think. There's another brand of them. But a lot of the Nintendo games had their own guides that they made and sold because, well, it's Nintendo. Of course, they always do their own thing. Yeah, we have the... Is that something you just get from... Here, let me get out of this. I think this guy's trying to fight us right now. No, now it's gone. Where did we get that from? I have no idea still. I think that was supposed to be a boost to how much experience we get. But I don't know what gave us that boost. That's the second time we had it. We talked to Melina here. That was creepy the way she came out of the wall.
Me? I'm searching for my purpose, given to me by my mother inside the Erdtree. Long ago, for the reason that I yet live, burned and bodiless. There is something for which I must apologize. I've acted the Finger Maiden, yet can offer no guidance. I am no maiden. My purpose was long ago lost.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still not sure exactly what she is. Like, my fan theory on this, without really knowing what the truth is either Marika was pregnant with her when she shattered the ring, or it's just like another aspect of Marika yet again manifesting somehow. See, that's something I would want to explain, unless it is explained in the game. I just never figured out what part it was that actually explained that.
Shall I turn your runes to strength? Let my hand share them with me.
I can't actually do that right now anyway. Ugh, animation glitched. Okay, I remember what it was I wanted to do. I just forget how to do it. I wanted to read if there's anything on our ropes that gave us some kind of effect like that. No, it wouldn't be that. The last night sky no longer cradles fate. I think that's because of what Radahn did. So when you do the whole thing later on where you defeat Radahn and the stars start flying again, does that mean it will cradle fate? This game explains something? In some hidden aspect of the game, there probably is something explained eventually. But it's not going to be obvious. Proper death means returning the Erdtree of patience until the time comes and the roots call to you. Yeah, so you're supposed to return to the Erdtree when you die, but Godwyn somehow prevents that due to the curse that was put upon him when he died. At least I think so. Ah. That's got a little bit more range. Well, it's nice that I don't have to stand there and wait for them to actually come to us this time. I think there's another one in here, though. Yeah. He's gonna ambush me. Ow. Oh, you asshole. Well, those are gonna be tricky if they're around corners. We can kill them from far away. They won't be so hard. But we may not always have the luxury of being able to take them off from a distance like that. One good thing is I don't have to go in that room. I can just go around them. Let's get our health back. I'm really curious to see how the boss would be. Because it's one of the giant cat statues, if I remember correctly. And it's a pretty good guess because you fight them several times in dungeons like this. There are a couple different enemy types, but that's the main one. Right. Well, yeah, that is a lot easier. Is there another one? Just making sure. So apparently we should start off as a mage, because it would have made my life a whole lot easier the first playthrough. There's gonna be a guy up here though who's gonna ambush me. It's gonna be a problem. Maybe not. There we go. I wonder if I could hit that from a distance. The magic. I don't have a bow, do I? No. So I don't have that luxury. I don't think we can hit it from that far away. I just have to run for it. Oh, I got stuck on the thing. Let me just wait again. Oh, it's crouch running. Which isn't very effective. Remember, there might be an item over there. Or at least there are in some of these dungeons. Oh, just a little thing to say hello? Well, whatever. I might try to go for a completionist playthrough where we collect everything. Yeah, nothing up here, though. If I remember correctly, there's a lot of enemies back there. Oh, fuck. Ow. We'll try and knock this one down too, because they stay down even when you die. There we go. Yeah, just a few of these assholes. Alright, what I'm going to try to do first is get around to the part where you can pull the lever, because that'll be nice to have done in case we do get killed here. Yeah, there's a guy around here. Oh, shit. Here, you know what? They follow me down. Let's see. I wonder if now I woke him up, if I could hit him from the other room. He's just in that second or third floor, I guess it would be. No. This doesn't work, is it? Ah. Actually went round where he was, but I think he dodged. Or maybe it runs out right when it gets close to him. Well, this might be difficult. Okay. I'm trying to breathe, but my nose is getting a little bit stuffy. So I apologize for any sniffing I may make. Okay, not too bad. Here, any others? I don't think. Yeah, we cleared these guys out already because they had range. Nice. Alright, good. So even if we get killed here, we can at least go and do the boss. Time for some more fun with these little gremlins. Take a drink after this. So wait, sometimes they take 3 hits, sometimes they take 2. Well, I guess this is actually really easy for all the magic we have. Okay. And nothing if we go up there. Okay, so yeah, I'm guessing mage is the way to go if you're gonna be a bit more nervous about this game. You can definitely see the pros. Oh. Whoa. Let's hop off just in case. Alright, hold on a second. I'm gonna take a little break just to try to blow my nose. It's getting annoying. And I don't want to do it on the microphone and be all loud. So apologies. Alright, there. Hopefully that'll keep me good for a while. JP says that Magic in the Elder Scrolls was definitely trickier, if I remember right. I'm trying to think. Trickier in what regard, exactly? I think in some of the games it was more difficult to make magic, or to learn magic. Well, it's hard to say in this game, because we only got these magic spells we started out with, so the class we picked. In this game, you'd have to go and save that one sorceress to get the magic, I guess. I don't know if she has it all. I'm gonna have to go to multiple places to buy magic. I think the magic in the Elder Scrolls is... I don't know, it's not as fun, I want to say. Well, it depends. I feel like in some of the games it's more fun than others. One of the things that's cool about Morrowind is the fact that you can make your own magic spells, and they had a lot more variety of magic. Because you actually levitate in the game, you could... Well, I think the other games had invisibility. I was going to say you had invisibility, but I think that was something that carried over. I think levitation was the main thing that didn't really make it over to the other games. Or no, I should probably get our flasks and healing back before we do this boss fight. So I already mentioned this a little bit beforehand. I'll mention it again. I'm not going to be too hesitant to use our summoning in this game, this playthrough. But if we can beat an enemy without using summoning, I'm going to try it that way first. And I feel pretty confident I can do it this way. That is until we actually fight the thing, find out that the match doesn't do anything against the cat statues, stone or whatever. So let's find out together. Oh no, this isn't bad at all, actually. Just have to avoid getting cornered in like that. Wow, this is insane. What a difference. Good lord. It was more difficult to learn, and the skill tree could be absurd. Morrowind was the worst if I remember right. Oh, in terms of actually being able to learn certain things, yeah, like the requirements for learning certain things was... I mean, you have to remember, I haven't played these games in a while now. Even though I've said I wanted to. But yeah, like there's... Let me see if I can name them all. Destruction, alteration, illusion, mysticism, restoration, and possibly others. So there are all these different schools of magic. And you had to level up each different school of magic to be able to learn certain spells. Yeah, that part of it, yeah, that could be a pain in the ass. I get what you're saying, yeah. And it could take a long time for you to master a certain skill to be able to get the spells you want. So unless you like picked a class that was good at magic and a certain school of magic, you could spend a lot of time trying to learn the spells and get them. In this game, I think there's only two main categories. You have intelligence and faith. I don't know if any of the other skills tie into the magic. Let me see. Like, mind is used for getting the focus points to cast the magic, but that's separate from having the skills to cast it. Am I able to check? Let me see, I can probably do it in this screen. Oh, and arcane as well. So arcane could possibly be used as a class of magic, I guess. Yeah, that was, I think I said night and day before, but I'm going to say it again at the risk of overusing that phrase. Yeah, it was such a pain in the ass fighting that thing the first time around. Having to dodge that thing. This time we just absolutely just demolish it. And I'm surprised how quickly these enemies go down from just one hit. Oh! I feel bad I killed the squirrel rabbit thing. I was killing an enemy. Oh well. I mean, these enemies are pretty weak in general, though. Yeah. This is not that crazy impressive. It's still pretty cool. I just thought the magics would be a lot more limited the first time around. Alright. So with that out of the way... Well, let's go out this way, because if I remember correctly, the person that teaches the magic in this game is around here. somewhere in this grayed out area, because you have to get the map for that place first. Well, I can definitely say, first off, there is a lot of variety to doing this the second time around, because with the magic, it feels a whole lot different. I feel like it... Oh, this guy.
Could you help us out, Cully?
I remember the first time around, I thought it was the goat thing. Goat ram thing.
What'd you go and do that for?
Well, let's see if we get a better ending for this guy's quest line, because I think there's a way to do it.
Some clod turned me into a tree. You were just breaking the spell, weren't you? Thank you. The name's Boc. I was pushed out of the cave. Told not to come back. Not ever. Then I ended up as a tree.
It's really weird, because this is the only guy I like to see meet in the game. I'm assuming it's supposed to be one of the Demi-Humans, but... all the ones you encounter in the game, they're all just violent, bloodthirsty creatures that show no intelligence whatsoever.
They took everything I owned, and so this is all I have to express.
I just know them the fact
my
that they use
thanks.
weapons. I guess that's a sign of intelligence,
Hope
but
you can forgive
they don't show
me.
any signs of communication.
Or, well, if you can afford to wait for a while, I could sneak back into the cave and bring back something of actual value. Then I'd be of some real use to you, I reckon.
The funny thing is, he really isn't even after that point.
Right. But I'll
He does the
need a
tailoring,
moment.
but really, it doesn't have that much of a purpose
I'm
in this game from what I could tell.
frightened
Unless they add to that
So
later
I
on.
have to gather myself. My knees start knocking, just thinking about that god-awful cave on the shore.
I guess this was supposed to be instructions to
Right.
get there, but the funny thing is, it's
I'll
not
need
even
a
that...
moment. I'm frightened.
It's
of
not
them.
that specific, exactly. A
So
cave on the
I
shore.
have to gather myself. My knees start knocking.
Like, I guess if you look on the map, this is the only shoreline you see, but there's more of a shoreline over here, I think, that you run into some point later. Okay. Well, let's see if we can go and find that other place first. Hey, guys. Don't mind me, just getting free experience. These guys are pretty cowardly. I wonder how it's gonna be to fight that guy on this, with the staff. Oh, another one. There we go. Oh, no problem. Alright. Now, I don't know how horseback combat on this is going to work exactly. I feel like this could be a little bit less than optimal, but we'll find out. Oh boy. Actually, this isn't too bad either. Okay, so literally everything's better with magic. Ah, we missed him. Well, I guess it makes sense that a moving target's gonna be harder. Oh no, it's funny. We could actually spare the horse by fighting this way. Yeah. We didn't kill the horse. It's a more animal-friendly run. Oh, you're still alive? Let's see what I do without wasting my magic. Oh, he's stuck. That's funny. Can I ride the horse? I think I might have tried this before. I don't think it works now. I mean, you already have a horse. It'd just be funny. Oh, there are enemies up there. I don't think I ever noticed that. Alright. Now, I was gonna say I don't need to fight these guys, but out of curiosity. Yeah, they do have a lot of health, though. Actually, do they do anything if I just attack them with the sword? No, these guys are pretty much like free kills. Now I want to do this. There we go. Of course, with the sword, it's slow as hell trying to beat him. Oh, now he's fighting. He's just extremely delayed. Okay. Probably there's a way to do a power attack with the magic, I'm assuming. Uh-oh. Other asses coming around now. Oh, you know what's funny? I guess when you do that, he gets off his chain, because now he's not tethered to the other thing anymore, that carriage. Oh boy. Too bad. Oh, did we disrupt this whole caravan? I guess so. We're not gonna be happy. I think they'll mind if I pick up that real quick. Okay, the problem is, I think to get to this person, you have to fight a boss first. I don't remember which boss it is. I don't think there's a site of grace nearby either. Or is there? No, I guess I was right the first time. Well, I definitely want to get my magic back. It's pretty much useless without it. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I mean, it's not surprising because it is a troll. Or a giant, or whatever they call them. I think they actually are giants. And they have a lot of health. Still a lot easier than the first time we fought them with the sword and shield build. Let's try to balance things out a little bit here. We are going to need more health eventually. I think that's one thing I did really badly the first time around, is I didn't give myself enough health on each level up. So I'll try to do a little bit better this time. I don't know how it'll work out though. I think since we're a mage though, we're not going to need as much health. Maybe. The game may prove me wrong later on for all we know. Alright. That's probably good for another level up down the line. Oh, nope. I don't want to fight wolves right now. Can be avoided. Where are these ruins? Ah. Directly north. Alright, is there a way we can get in without fighting these guys first? So I'd rather concentrate on the boss. Here we go. Okay, cool. So we get summoned for this if we have trouble. Oh, this guy. Oh, is that... Oh, that's not good. I think that blocks the damage you do to him. His giant pumpkin head. What's he doing? Oh boy, that was close. Oh, we're still doing damage to him. It's just a lot slower than I'd like it to be. Should be... Oh god. Hopefully not prone. Oh, don't get stuck here. We might not have enough potential to kill him though. Oh god, I'm stuck on a damn... I don't know what this is. Piece of debris. Oh yeah, the Pumpkinhead we fought a few times in different areas. They're a pain. Especially when you have this crap in the way. Ow. Oh. Ow. Damn it. Alright, classic excuses, but my nose is bothering me there. So it's hard to concentrate. Oh. Well, there we go. I guess that was our first death then. Not bad. What's the way back inside now? Oh, don't want to be next to this thing. There it is. Don't get poisoned, don't get poisoned. Well, if we have to, we could fall back on using the summon, but we pretty much killed him this time around. I just have to get a little bit better at dodging this guy. He's actually not that tough. You just have to not panic too much. He does have a little bit of a delay on those. Some of them. Does he destroy those rocks if he hits them? Because that might be a good thing to try to get him to do on his own. That was almost a bad time to use that. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, sheesh. He's got stuck in the damn corner again. Oh. Oh, I couldn't get the dodge fast enough. Oh, wrong. Damn it. That's not going to be good. I used the wrong potion when I meant to heal up there. Ow. Aw, I know I could kill this guy. I just got too careless and screwed it all up. What's this saying? Wow, that's weird. I was just checking YouTube and it has a new warning up saying the frame rate's too high. Please set the frame rate to 30 frames per second or less. That's odd. Why? Is YouTube still not like 60 frames per second? Weird. I hope that's not going to cause an issue later. Alright, let's focus. Did I get my souls back the other time? Oh, I guess I did. I don't know how we didn't get hit there. Yeah, that time I definitely deserved it. Oh, I almost switched for no reason when I didn't need to, and then used it up. I was thinking ahead too much. Just get some distance. Ooh! Yeah, that's when he's quick. Look out. Again, I don't know how I'm not getting hit there. It might be because I'm attacking at a time when I have some invincibility frames, I guess. I mean, I shouldn't complain about a good thing. It's just funny. There we go. Yeah, not too bad. He's actually really easy. I just have to not freak out when I'm doing the fight. And now I get a grace. Thank you, game. Alright, let's go visit our friend. Be very helpful this playthrough.
Tarnished,
Unlike the last.
I wonder you should turn up here. I am Sellen, a sorcerer, quite plainly. Why are you here? Ah, a yen for glintstone sorceries. Well, your aptitude does appear passable, but one must choose one's masters wisely. I was exiled from the Academy of Rea Lucaria as a reviled, apostate witch. Do you still wish to learn from me?
Yeah, why not? Sounds more fun.
Well, you are a piece of work. Very well. You are now my protege in glintstone sorcery. But I refuse to coddle.
Fair point, JP.
Or cast kind words. Never. Anticipate grievances, young apprentice.
Oh. Of course not. That's the spell we already have. 3 shooting stars to pursue foes. Charging enhances potency. So this one we could charge up the attack? Okay. So some of these we already have. These 2 anyway. I think that only 2. A volley of glintstone crystal shards. Charge increases potency. I think the 2 we have doesn't have a charge to it. Pretty much anyone else would. And this is a shield and a sword boost. Okay. And we can't learn this one yet because we need more intelligence. That's the only one. Well, we can't actually get much then. So what we can get, we can't actually use until we get to 23. So we'll have to come back here later, I guess. I think the one that does 3 shots, that sounds like it'd be useful. There's some enemies that get killed right out here. I wonder if they'll give me enough to be able to afford it. You know what? Here, let's try summoning for the first time. So I don't know how effective it'll actually be. Oh, you know, I forgot to recharge with the flasks. That's a problem. Let's see how they all do here. I'm gonna get poisoned. Oh boy. So much for my wolves. They tried. You know what? I'll just go back and rest. Since they're poisoned anyway, may as well. Can't do it without any magic. Oh, you can actually cast magic here? Well, wasn't expecting that to work. Yeah, we'll start going into more intelligence, I guess. Oh no, I have to save my money because I want to get the spell. Trade-off. Cancel that, thank you. Well, I can always beat a boss to get more experience points. Where's there another dungeon close by? Oh, actually, you know what I could do? I'll just do this. I didn't really use these in the first one. And I probably should have. So was it 3,000 to get that spell I wanted?
Young apprentice. First
Oh,
things
what's
first.
this?
You are a tadpole when it comes to magic.
Oh, a tadpole, huh?
Infantile. Without the legs to walk. So, to become a sorcerer, first, you must face your ignorance.
Am I being tested?
Now, shall we start learning?
No? Okay. That'd be interesting to see too, but I think I'll just go with the glintstone stars. We'll see how this works out. I'll replace this one for now. I should probably go down to the Weeping Peninsula, because I think we can get the other memory slot for that. Oh, Cerise, what was it? What are you laughing at? Am I getting poisoned up here? Really? The question I have is how do I charge up this attack? It's just holding R1, I guess? I think it's to a spot where I could do this easily. Yeah, that works, I guess. 113? How much does this do? Oh, that doesn't really do a whole lot more. Well, I don't know about this spell. It may not be that effective after all. It's actually cast faster this way. You could spam it multiple times in a row. Okay, well that may have been a waste of money. Well, maybe it depends on what enemy you're fighting. Oh, these guys aren't dying now? Okay, well I can't lie and say that I'm not disappointed a little bit about that. Well, anyway, let's get out of here for now. You know, let's go ahead and go into the Weeping Peninsula. Because I know if we go there, there's a way to get that other inventory slot for a spell. So I may as well go ahead and do that now. Oh, by the way, in case anyone's wondering how long I'll be streaming for tonight, I'm not going to go that late because, like I mentioned, I'm not really 100% with these damn allergies. So it'll probably just be about for another hour or so. Maybe a little bit less, I'm not sure. We'll see how I'm feeling. I also don't want to go that long in case there are any issues with this video, because I did get that error message before. I'm not sure if there's some kind of problem I need to fix later on. It is a test stream, so I probably shouldn't go for the longest amount of time in the first place. Just in case everything looks horribly wrong on this. Oh, you had to block that, didn't you? I think we just have to charge in here. In between shots, yeah. Oh, that works. Right. Magic Despair. Thanks, JP. What's this here? Oh, I guess I can't do anything with it. I didn't think I could. See if any dialogue here with Melina. Nope. I was just curious. Remember, we do have the other lady over here as well. The daughter of the knight. Seems familiar, a cleric.
Hello?
Whoa, what happened?
Is somebody there? Might I bend your ear for a moment, please? My name is Irina. I've escaped from Castle Morn to the south. The servants there have rebelled. I can't be sure what it is. My eyesight's been weak since birth, you see. But I swear I heard frightful howling from all over. My good father secreted me out the castle, but decided himself to stay. He says it's his duty.
So one of the funny things, I've been watching Stargate again recently, Stargate SG-1. And in that, Daniel Jackson refers to his father-in-law as good father. So just remind me of that.
I fear for father's life. The servants are full wrath, filled with hatred for every one of us.
It's been a while since I've watched that show. Just suddenly I just decided to watch it again. We've been watching it in, I think we're up to the third season now? Yeah.
I implore you, would you mind taking a letter to my father at the castle?
I don't know, it's just one of those things I just get a kick to watch a show again.
Even if his honor should be the price. Please. I just want him to be safe.
Yeah, of course we will. Whatever good it'll do.
Then please, take this.
Which may not be very much. Spoilers.
Please, if you wouldn't mind, deliver the letter to my father at the castle. He can be stubborn.
Okay. Well, first things first, we have other things to do before we go delivering letters. We look like a messenger. I think we just bypass most of these guys here. Hold on a second. Damn dog. Well, the dogs are so annoying as ever, I guess. I wanted to see if there's anything in here, because I think they're usually our items you collect from these. Oh, that's right. So that's where we got that morning star we eventually used for a while. These guys seem to be pretty easy to kill with this. Is there anything else to collect around here? You know, it can be a pain to hit these enemies when you're on the horseback like this. I don't think I want to fight that giant just yet. I'm gonna just swoop in and get that and get out. There we go. We'll be a partial pacifist because we spared a few guys. It's totally the definition of it. You know, I like killing those things with this. It makes it a lot easier having to chase them down. You can definitely see the benefits and why people like playing with the magic build. Of course, I assume if you play as the Confessor, you get a whole different set of spells you'd be using instead. I don't know if those would be any good, though.
Buying or selling?
Yeah. Nothing we need right now from this guy. So the map is over here, but there's gonna be a guy that tries to shoot us, if I remember correctly. One of the giants. Or, I don't know if they're called giants. Oh, let me hide back here. There we go. They're almost mechanical. I don't know if they're supposed to be like kind of golem or something. It's covered by the... Oh, that's right. There's a golden seed out there. Howdy, frog. How are things going with you? Forgot that we're still being shot at. Does it cost 2 to use it at this point? So I don't think I'll be able to. Alright, I don't think I want to be over here. I just want to get the map. I'm trying to remember if there was anything to get over this direction. I know there's also the lantern from one of the traders over here, but I can't remember if you can get from that direction. I like have to go around the other way. Okay, ever look at my map again. Good to hear things are going alright with you. I decided to play this game for the second time, which I knew I'd want to do in the first place, but I wasn't sure exactly when I wanted to tackle it. I was kind of taking a little bit of time off because I was enjoying the nice weather we had here, but at this point in the year, it's gotten to the point where allergies are just too much of a pain in the ass to go outside. So I'm trying to stay indoors, try not to get too much of a stuffy nose, and just enjoy some games. There we go. Safety. I'm trying to remember what exactly I was coming down here for. There were a couple of things. I think there was something else too. And the thing that just prompted it, I think I've forgotten about. Oh, that's right. It's the memory stone, which is actually over this way. Should probably mark it until I actually do it that way, in case I forget again. And this is where the lantern is. Okay. Well, I may as well check this out since I'm up here. What is this again? So okay, yeah, there's a little village. I don't remember if there's anything good here. Maybe there's a spell. It's a village where the afflicted are holed up with madness. Ah. Well, these guys all die really easy. Oh, he lives. The one exception to the rule. Yeah, get on towards so we can break stuff. These guys really aren't that aware of what's going on around them. Oh, that's right. The church is always good for getting the sacred tears, I think it was. What are any other spells any good against these rats? Should probably experiment. No, it doesn't kill them in one hit, so. I think I'll just stick with this spell. Honestly, it seems to be just as good as the more expensive one we got. Were they more alert in the first run? I honestly don't remember. They probably would be, just for the fact that we had to get closer to fight them in the first run, I guess. But I don't really remember if this is enemy type we fight, other than this one area here. Let me look at the corpses. Yeah, these are just kind of some like mad villagers. There's the one windmill town, which is sort of like this, I guess, where people are inflicted with madness, but they are a completely different enemy type. So I don't really remember a lot about these guys in particular. Well, that's another thing I could do in this area. There are the churches that we can go to, and I know there's at least a couple more. I think it's one up here. It's one on the cliffside. I remember this is a church, or this is a church. I think one's a ruin and one's a church. I guess I should back up to the side of grace so I could use the sacred tear and we could get more of our magic back when we use the flask. There we go. Get you a little bit of everything this time around. Yeah. Maybe I should stick with the mind so we get more magic to use. Maybe this is the best spell that we get. The first one we get is the best. Doesn't get better from this. Is there a safe way down here? Or a relatively safe way down? Maybe here? Okay. Is there something up here? Yeah, my guess is going to be that most of the enemies, it's going to be easier to take out from a distance and not have them ever wake up to defend themselves. He's a little bit tougher than the other guys, I guess. But not much. That reminds me, that's one of the Demi-Human beasts. Is there a boss fight with one around here? So I think that's how we got the staff the first time around. Oh, what is this thing? Let me just get away from this. Yeah, we did fight Melina in the first run, Frog. That is right. We actually fought Melina in the last part. Because we did one last stream where we fought Melina and then we did the whole endgame stuff as well. So it's all in that final stream there that we did. It's quite the action-packed stream, I guess. We'll just get this safe for himself. Oh, there's the mausoleum. Now, what is this that he talks about? The soulless demigod? The only one that I could think that it would apply to would be Godwin, because didn't he have... When they did that... Whatever the hell it was that Ronnie planned out, that weird ritual with the blade. It's something about how they had to have a body and a soul, and Ronnie's body was consumed, and it was Godwin's soul that was consumed, I believe. So I'm assuming that's Godwin they're talking about. Oh, it was a pain in the ass, Frog, but we were able to take care of her pretty easily in the end with the shield build that we used. We went with the shield and poke build, which also had certain status ailments put on it. Like we had 2 or 3 different not great swords, what are they called? Those large thrusting swords, essentially. And you're able to use them while blocking. And we just kind of like stacked on frost, rot, and poison at the same time. And bleed as well, I think. I think we had 4 of them. And eventually that nailed her down without having to really expose herself too much. We'll talk to Melina again, why not? It's pretty cheesy, I'll admit, but I didn't think there's going to be another way I could beat her.
Queen Marika, who vanished long ago. If you wish, I will share them with you. In Marika's own words, then, after thy death, I will give back what I once claimed, return to the lands between, wage war, and brandish the Elden Ring, grow strong in the face of death. Warriors of my lord, Lord Godfrey.
So this is like a question I still had, is why did she send Godfrey away in the first place? Just don't really understand that. Although she did send him away with the intent that he should return one day anyway, but did she foresee all this would happen like this? I'm not sure.
Shall I turn your let my hand share them with me?
Nope, I guess not. Oh, wait, did I forget to do the other thing that came here too because she distracted me? No, not that. There we go. Yeah, when we had the shield fully upgraded like that, it wasn't doing any damage to us in either health or stamina. So it was pretty overpowered. I think I actually read that they nerfed that. Which would be like the second time we had something that we were using effectively that ended up getting nerfed after the fact. But at least we were able to get away with it before they nerfed it, I suppose. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. There's an enemy in there. I've seen him right down there. Alright, let's take this guy out. So if I do get back to Melina again, or not Melina, Millennia, I don't know. I don't want to make any bold promises about this, but I'm going to try to take her out differently than I did the first time around, that's for sure. Maybe we can do it without summoning. Maybe we'll just have to get really good at the game. Oh, well that definitely did make it harder. I remember that, but the fact was we were able to stack on enough status ailments. And then using... This is actually really effective, by the way. And then using the other things like Frost and Bleed, was able to drain her of health rather well. At least more quick than she was able to get it back, so... These guys are defenseless without the queen or whatever. We'll just wipe them out then for some easy experience. What was crazy about that fight is that with like the poke attacks we're able to do, a couple of times it would stun her out of her that one attack she would do, the waterfowl dance. And I wasn't expecting that to happen, but when that did work out, I'm like, oh, this is gonna make this a lot more easy than any of the other ways we were doing this. So we just stuck with that, and eventually it worked out. I think it did still take us like another 3 or 4 attempts doing that strategy. Yeah, there's nothing else I want from here. So how is the spear not spear, but staff compared to the other one? So I'm guessing we want to look at sorcery scaling. Okay, it's about 9 higher. I don't know exactly how that translates to. So I'm guessing there's some math involved, like the spell itself as well. But I'm not sure how I check how much the spell does. I guess just to trap myself and figure out what it does. Got some enemies nearby. Oh. Oh, okay. 189. You know what, let me do it like this. He's gonna attack me in a second, I'm sure. Alright, that's not bad. It's a nice little upgrade. Yeah, I did talk a little bit about that when I was doing, oh. I think it was during the last stream. I said I probably would either do this game again, which obviously I'm doing, or I'd go back and do some of the other Souls games. I think I will do the other Souls games eventually, but I'm trying to hold out to see if they, have some kind of better release for it, because I think they, I don't know, have you played these games before, Frog? I don't really remember if you mentioned them or not. But I think I remember hearing that the PC version of this game, well, not this game, but the other Souls games in general aren't really that good. And you actually would be better off playing it on the consoles they came out on. But I would actually hope that at some point they re-release the other games to a higher standard. I don't know if that's hoping for too much, though. It might be. Let's just go back up now. Oh, we're right next to an enemy I didn't even notice. But the main game that I would like to go to next would be Demon's Souls, and I know that's only really available on the PS5 right now, unless you're doing the older version of the game. But that's even harder to do, because I think it's only available on the PS3. So, good luck trying to get that. I guess you would have to emulate it, which probably would be the best option. Oh, really? That's cool. Wow, that's a lot of games to finish in such a short time. Dark Souls 1, 2, and Sekiro? So, oh, shit, enemies here. I didn't know what I was expecting. So you didn't play Demon's Souls either? Well, oh, shit. Oh, he's rated. I guess that makes sense, because you'd probably only be able to play it on the PS5 or the PS3. Again, unless you go through emulation. Oh, is that so? Okay. Well, that's good to know. That's probably what I'm thinking of, the original one they released, which is probably a long time ago now. Oh, those damn bats again. Well, the way I like to play things is at a much slower pace, so I'll probably get around to one of those eventually. But I wouldn't count on it being anytime soon. Oh, it's a rat. I thought it was a bat outside. I don't know, like a random rat just sitting out there. I don't know if I ever ran into that. And you know, if I couldn't really do Demon's Souls, I guess Dark Souls 1 would probably be the first option at that point. Is that anything special, or is that just okay, that is a... I guess that's a spell. That's one of the other spells, I think. That's using the, Faith, I believe. What are they called? It's called something different. Incantations, yeah. I do like that. It is pretty cool how they have two different styles of magic completely. So that's the church I was thinking of up there. Yeah, that always sucks when games are like that. When they're stuck on some old console or... Well, for me, in like consoles in general, because I don't really like playing on consoles that much. It always feels like a bit of a compromise. And I just skipped out on this whole console generation entirely. I didn't really see much of a point in getting them. Oh, we can't talk to Melina here, huh? Usually she has little dialogue at each of these churches. That's interesting. Yeah, sure. I was thinking about going back and just doing more intelligence. Until we can get that other spell that looked interesting. But I don't know how that's going to be. That should definitely help out some that we have that up to level 3. Okay, and I believe... Yeah, right down there, that should be the guy that we want to go in. I'm gonna have enough... I need some more souls, aren't I? Hmm? Why a random prompt about getting bows? That's weird. I guess the game wants to tell me that bows are a fun thing to use, although I already know that. Maybe you've just gotten arrows recently or something? Yeah, let me try the other spell again, just see if it's any more effective with this weapon, maybe. I guess you can hit multiple enemies with this. I guess that's the improvement over the other spell that we have. I don't know, to me this just seems more effective. I think it's just waiting for me. Curious. Heard you wanted to hear about bows. I guess so. I guess maybe normally you'd use them by now. Just gonna talk about the thing. The tower. If I like return to our home bathed in rays of gold. Oh, okay, so that makes more sense now. So let's talk about that tower, which is the tower where it had the teleportation gate. And that takes you back to the capital. Bathed in rays of gold, that's referring to the capital city in the Erdtree, bathing the rays of gold, obviously. I remember that because that's also the line that Godric says if you kill him, I believe. See, the first time that we found that guy, I had no idea what he was talking about whatsoever. I was like, what, he's talking about the mausoleum thing, I guess? But no, he wasn't talking about that at all. So about going back home to the capital. Guess we'll find out how expensive this thing is. Hey, buddy.
Well, there's been an age since I've seen a customer. How can I help here at the end of the earth?
Yeah, a little bit more than I can afford right now. That's
Have
okay.
a safe journey. Anything else?
Okay. The other stuff is nice, but I don't really need that. The lantern's incredibly useful for these stupid caves that are way too dark. Are these guys defending something out here? I kind of remember this. I don't really see anything. Let me add an item or something out here. Guess it just would be fun skeletons to kill if you really feel bored. So I actually don't need this on the map. It's heading towards the wrong thing. Now, let me do this before I forget. I'll get the, extra memory stone. Oh, that's right. There's an area up here that we could go to. I didn't even mean to come up here. Yeah, pretty much. Never really felt this much purchasing power than in this game. I guess you don't get tarnished around very often. Oh, I'd have to read this first. Dramatic much? Oh, I actually didn't mean to fight them, but well, let's try fighting them. I thought I'd switch my sword, but I guess I already had my sword out. Oh, you know what I'd done? That's right. So I was experimenting with the damage between the different things. I never switched back to that. That makes more sense now. You know, I always feel so guilty having to kill these wise beasts. They're so innocent looking. I think they'd use something more appropriate, like one of those demonic dogs in this game. This game is fueled on drama. Oh, no, not there. What am I thinking? That'll do. Much better. What do you put over here? No item? Yeah. No shit. Yeah, there is a lot of drama in this game. You're not wrong about that. A lot of family drama, too. Then again, I guess that's kind of right in line with George R.R. Martin, I suppose. Can I get this thing to go away? There we go. Alright, so now I actually have use for these stupid memory stones. Last time we were collecting them, they were pretty much useless because we weren't using any magic whatsoever. So I had all these extra spots for spells that were not being used, except for the one to cure poison and rot, I suppose. Those are the only exceptions. Actually, there's a thing over here I saw. Another side of grace. We'll just use this one to use it. I guess there's an enemy over here. What's this? None of those I can use right now. This is suspicious looking. This part too well. This is one of the first areas we came to in the game. Ah, okay. Oh, okay, he's got that gravity pull effect. Yeah, I see you could dodge too. It's got some distance. I don't like that gravity. Yeah, not too bad though. He looked more intimidating than anything. All that work summoned that guy, huh? Yeah, they could have summoned a more powerful monster if that's what they were trying to do. I think there's a cave around this way, right? Or a tomb. One of those two things. Is there anything on any of these giant gravestones? Okay, so there's a tomb. I suppose a tomb would be the obvious choice for a graveyard. Alright, let's finish this tomb and that'll be probably we'll leave off for the day. This will be a good spot. So we don't have any trouble. Watch this take longer than I expected. If I remember correctly, these earlier tombs were really short. So I doubt it'll give me too much trouble. Wait a second. Aha. I was hoping I could knock him down. There we go. I can't remember this yet. I should probably also add that I've been playing this game a little bit. Well, I haven't really been playing this game, although I have been playing a little bit with her. With Emily, I've gotten her to try out this game. And so I remember coming through here with her. So this does seem kind of familiar at this point. Remember, there's a really annoying basement to this dungeon. Uh-oh, it's got on this wall. Alright, well, this looks like a trap. You guys can run really quick. Alright. This is about thing someone to drop off the wall up above where we came in. Okay. There we go. If I remember correctly, this place is going to be a pain. Or maybe not. Okay, this is where there's like infinitely spawning dudes. Just want to get out of here as quickly as possible. Try and run and grab these items. Okay. At least I think they're infinitely spawning. So we didn't encounter an end to them. Whoa. Oh yeah, that stupid message. I was thinking if we should just go right in and fight whatever it is, or if we should try to get my flask back first so we're at full power here. Am I really just a little bit short? This guy give me enough? Yep. May as well. I'll try to start myself off health in this run here that we're doing. Right. I'll just run past you. That stifle sneeze there. Switch back. Oh boy. Alright, so we have a number of guys in this one, I guess. That's going to be the complication. Really? You missed this guy? Right in front of us? Alright. That was annoying pain in the ass is out of the way. So hopefully the rest of it should be pretty smooth. Ow. Oh, you I got too backed up there, I guess, with the stupid roots of the tree. That should have been an easy win for us. God damn it. There's nothing worse than dying due to your own inability to see where you are. Yeah, that happens all the time with me. Take out these guys quickly with this. Okay. Shit. Yep, it's this guy again. Our good old friend. Really, it's not that hard, it's just the stupid other guys here. Or maybe it is hard. There we go. As long as you're able to keep moving, you'll be alright. Whew. I was glad I didn't get stuck on. I would have felt embarrassed having that much trouble with that stupid guy. May as well go up and rest now. I'm gonna stick true to my word. We're gonna end off here for the night. Seems like the perfect place to leave off. So I think I'll watch this back, see how everything looked with the test, especially as we got these weird error messages. I guess it's part of experimenting around with different things on YouTube. Hopefully it still plays back the same. I have gotten an error message on YouTube before for stupid reasons, and whenever I watched back the videos, they seem fine, so hopefully that's the case with this one as well. But for now, everyone, thanks for stopping by this first part of the Elden Ring second run. It's going a lot easier than I expected it to so far. So that's a good first sign. You know, the magic is pretty simple, at least in the beginning here. Maybe it'll get more complicated later on, but we'll find out together. I wish you all good nights. Hope you have a good rest of the weekend, and I'll see you next time, guys. Till then, take care of yourselves.